You heard the music, you know what time it is. This is Round 2 Wrestling, and I am SlimmDa KID. Thank you for tuning in to this brand new podcast here on the 12th of July, 2022. We have a lot of things to talk about this week, a lot of things to go over. We will dance around the rumor mill and talk about the things that may or may not be happening in the world of professional wrestling. We will talk about the news circulating in the world of professional wrestling, something a bit more factual. We had a ton of titles on the defense this past week and weekend. We will give you those results as well. And a brand new fan favorite, Did You Know? Did You Know is little bits of information and facts about the wrestling world that you may or may not have known about. So let's kick things off here on Round 2 Wrestling like we always do by taking a listen to the rumor mill and hearing about what those rumors are. Now, the thing about rumors is that they are fun. They may be factual. They may be totally false. You have to take this info with a grain of salt because I do. Some of these things play out and actually turn into something newsworthy and something factual, but 99% of the time it is just that. Hearsay, a rumor. Wrestling Observer Radio's Dave Meltzer reports Riddle vs. Rollins is in the works for SummerSlam 2022. Buff Bagwell's Twitter account has been trending positively due to wrestling opinions and pro-LGBTQ messages. However, an associate of Bagwell identifying as Michael Long is running the actual Twitter account. Upon further investigation, Long is allegedly a registered sex offender. Fightful Select indicates AEW's Colt Cabana wasn't offered a new contract until several members of the locker room stepped up and, quote, went to bat for him. Colt Cabana is extremely popular in the AEW locker room and has not been on TV very often, very lately, but his working relationship with other wrestlers that are in AEW is a bit strenuous. So we may be seeing a bit more Colt Cabana on the YouTube side of AEW. PW Insider says despite Triple H being back for WWE, NXT creative remains unchanged with Bruce Pritchard and Shawn Michaels in charge, with Johnny Russo as the head writer. PW Insider claims WWE wrestler Bayley was seen at the WWE Performance Center in Orlando, Florida, several times last week. Is this an indication that Bayley's injury is done and over with and she is on her way back to the main roster? Tune in to Raw and SmackDown to find out for yourself. On the Oh You Didn't Know podcast, former WWF Tag Team Champion Road Dogg mentioned he is in talks with a wrestling promotion to do, quote, something, end quote. WWE out of the Sasha Banks business, WWE has removed her image from Peacock and several greatest moments videos. Netflix's Vince McMahon documentary has allegedly been canceled after sexual misconduct reports against McMahon have surfaced in the past month. Netflix also wanted to say that this particular documentary was in the post-production phase of its production. So this means it was literally about to be broadcast on TV when Netflix pulled the plug due to Vince McMahon and the allegations surrounding him. All right, no more rumors to talk about, so we will dive into something a bit more factual. This is the news circulating in the world of professional wrestling. AEW is scheduled to announce the next AEW pay-per-view tomorrow night on Wednesday Night Dynamite. The pay-per-view will be all out and will happen Sunday, September 4th. No announcement as to the venue has been given at the time of this broadcast. WWE Hall of Famer Mick Foley signs a Legends deal with WWE. Foley's merchandise will be removed from Pro Wrestling Tees and will be available exclusively on the Shop WWE website. New WWE Women's Champion Liv Morgan has tremendous appeal right now. A fan favorite at live events, her merchandise is also selling in high numbers. According to Dave Meltzer on Sunday night's Main Event podcast, AEW's Bryan Danielson has been medically cleared from the concussion protocol. AEW President Tony Khan has already stated he is not rushing Danielson back into action, allowing time for Danielson to heal. WWE Hall of Famer Booker T returned to the ring after a 2-year hiatus. Booker T fought the Summer of Champions 8 event for his own reality of wrestling promotion. The Wall Street Journal's Friday reports that former WWE CEO and chairman Vince McMahon paid more than $12 million to cover up various affairs and cases of sexual misconduct, including a $7.5 million pact with a former wrestler. It's alleged Vince McMahon coerced her into sexual acts, then demoted and declined to renew her contract in 2005, when further sexual encounters were resisted by said wrestler. This report is on the heels of last month's Washington Street Journal report claiming $3 million was paid out for an alleged affair between Vince McMahon and a former WWE employee. All right, that is it for news. We will jump over and give you the results for all the title matches that took place in the past week that we could find. And this is over a plethora of promotions. WWE, NXT, MLW, Impact, and AEW all had titles on the line. Carmella defeated Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair via a countout last night on Monday Night Raw. Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair retained the title. NXT UK Champion Ilya Dragunov forced to relinquish the NXT UK Championship due to an injury. Tyler Bate defeated Trent Seven to win the NXT UK Championship after winning the UK Championship tournament last week. Noam Dar defeated Mark Coffey to win the UK Heritage Cup. Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez defeated Toxic Attraction to win the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship. Carmelo Hayes defeated Grayson Waller to retain the NXT North American title. The Creed brothers defeated Damon Kemp and Roderick Strong to retain the NXT Men's Tag Team titles. NXT champion Bron Breakker defeated Cameron Grimes to retain the NXT Championship. Wardlow defeated Scorpio Sky to win the TNT Championship last Wednesday on Dynamite. Interim AEW champion Jon Moxley defeated Brody King to retain the interim AEW Championship also last Wednesday on Wednesday Night Dynamite. X Division champion Mike Bailey defeated Alan Angels to retain the X Division Championship. MLW Openweight champion Alex Kane defeated Davey Richards via a time limit draw to retain the X Division Championship. All right, that is it for titles on the line for this past week. We will now jump right over to the fan favorite, the thing that you've been waiting for all week. Did you know our little bits and information about wrestlers, promotions, basically anything to do with the world of professional wrestling? You may know these facts, you may not know these facts, but always retain the fact that they are facts. I know I just said facts a lot, but that's what it is. Did you know in 1984, AWA champion King Kong Bundy was renamed Boom Boom Bundy because Bruiser Brody was using the name King Kong? Did you know former WWF doctor/trainer Francois Pettit starred in the 1995 movie Mortal Kombat as the character Sub-Zero? Did you know WWE released an autobiography on Japanese wrestler Tajiri? Unfortunately, the book was only released in Japan. Did you know a dark match on Raw 1993 saw the Cheetah Kid defeat Johnny Rotten? The pair would team up and would change their name to be known as Public Enemy. You know them as Rocco Rock and Johnny Grunge. Did you know IWGP Junior Heavyweight title is cursed? The 21st champion in its lineage, a Jushin Thunder Liger, vacated the title due to injury. The 41st champion, Kendo Kaskin, left the promotion and the title was vacated. The 61st champion, Ibushi, vacated the title due to injury. 81st champion, Takahashi, vacated the title also due to injury. Did you know former NBA referee Tim Donnie, sent to prison for an NBA gambling scandal, is a trained professional wrestling referee and works for the promotion MLW? Did you know Bubba Ray Dudley's original gimmick in ECW was a wrestler named Mongo Vile? Did you know former ECW/WWF wrestler Al Snow was an extra in the 1993 Notre Dame-inspired movie Rudy? Did you know the only second-generation wrestler to come from the 80s promotion Glow, that stands for Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, was Kayla Meltzer, daughter of Glow wrestler Roxy Astor? All right, that is the conclusion of Round 2 Wrestling. We have nothing else to go over. I am SlimmDa KID, and I again want to personally thank you for taking time out of your day to listen to this podcast and check up on everything going on in the world of professional wrestling. Again, I hope you tune in next Tuesday as I bring you another new episode of Round 2 Wrestling, where we will discuss more news, rumors, results, and did you know facts in the world of professional wrestling. Round 2 Wrestling is brought to you by SlimmDa KID and Spreaker.com.